Good morning, girls. Happy Friday to you. This is Leslie from 507 Willow House Journals, and I'm super tickled that you're here today to spend a few days with me. Oh my gosh, of the 100-day project. Do y'all hear that? I did that for 100 days, and now I can't get the 100-day project out of my brain. That meant I was on auto there for a bit. For just a few minutes, I was on auto. What is up with that? Well, welcome back. It's not the 100-day project, but it is the Happy Friday, and I am really tickled that you're here. Oh, love it. I'm just tootling around in what I got going over here. We're going to start. We're going to start our flip-flop journal today. Now, the flip-flop journal can be confusing. It depends on how hard you want to make it. I make it really, really difficult. I did, especially when I first started making the flip-flop journal. It was a teetotal accident. I mean, I can't even tell you how much an accident it was that I did the flip-flop journal. But it has been my favorite journal to create. Oh, excuse me, I'm back here trying to put that up. It has been my favorite journal to create, so I have a need for a flip-flop journal, and so we're going to get this party started. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I had this journal put together, and I'm going to take this journal, and even though I love the way it fit together in every single possible way, I'm going to try to just continue that through, continue on with the colors and the styles that I want. Some of these things I'll be pulling out. I won't use, some I will, some I'll cover. It doesn't matter. So, anyway, let's get started. If you're new, welcome. I am tickled that you are here. I hope that you'll consider subscribing and staying with us for a while. We never know what's going to happen on this channel. I'm just saying. That's right. Last week I fell and broke my nose and two ribs and have a big concussion. Yes. Did y'all know that I bruised ribs on the other side? Yes. But I found a bruise on this side. I fell to this side, but I found a bruise to that side on my left hip. Yeah, don't ask me. I don't know because I didn't go that direction. But anyway, with the flip-flop journal, let me tell you what I do. I started out using envelopes, and you can absolutely do that. Absolutely. I'll show you that. I use a knife in my craft room for everything. That's too big. That's bigger than what I would want. This is what I'm going to... Uh-oh, stuff is falling. I'm just going to... These are just regular, like, get them at the dollar store. Go yourself down to the Dollar General and get you a few of them. That's right. Okay, so we're just going to take those, and the ones that fell on the floor, I will have to pick up later because I can't bend that far right now. So I'm just going to take this, and this is what I get totally confused. I get totally confused doing it this way. But I'm going to do it, hopefully, because I want y'all to see how you can do it using envelopes. If you got a better way, good deal. I'm tickled for you. Go on and get it, girl. All right. So that's what I'm going to say. Lots of people make a flip-flop journal, and they've adapted it from the way that I made it. They've adapted it to what they like. And that is the beauty of creating journals. You make it yours. Okay. Let me pull. Let's see. See, I'm already confused. We're just going to line these up. Let me open up a few of these, and I'll just fold it till the cows come home. If you picked up 100,000 of these at the thrift store, then you, too, can use envelopes, and it would be advantageous to you to use the envelopes because you don't want them to be 4 years sitting in your craft room. No, you don't. Let me do one more. I don't remember how many it takes. I'm doing it less difficult than I did when I first started. Yes, I am. So I know I could have done this like, you know, blah, 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 blah. But this is what we're doing today. Okay. I'm going to just lay these out just like that. The flap, the flap, the flap. I'm going to keep that one because I'm going to use that in my one I'm doing. I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to use it to, I am going to demonstrate. So I'm just going to take this and attach it to that. Now, a lot of people will say, don't put it up into the crease, the very crease, because you won't have room for, and that is true, but you don't have to give a whole lot of space either. You just need to lay it up in there and let it lay even. Try to even out your dingies as much as you can do there, and then just lay it up in there. If it don't fit, it's because all this stuff is running jagged in my head. Let's see. Well, it was perfect until it wasn't. Hold on, let me get, you know what? Let's just fix that. I can't see the boogin thingy dingy. I can't see the crease. I don't want that one. I can't see the crease. Let's just make a, I want to see the crease. There we go. That's simple. Give yourself a crease. I can't see that one neither. We'll simplify it a little bit more. We will highlight that booger. Yes, we will. Watch me. If you, oh, see, now I can see that. If you're like me and you can't see it, just make it where you can see it. There's no rules in journal making. The only rules in journal making are the rules that you want to apply for yourself on a time-by-time basis. Yes, like I may not ever do that again, but for right now, I did that. Is that a hard and fast, you know, I did the highlight. Is that a hard and fast rule for everybody? Why no? Okay, but see, now I can see where the butt crack is, so I'm going to do this right here. Even it out at the top and at the bottom. I've given it a little bit I've given it some room up there in the butt crack, and now I'm gonna put, there, we're done. Beautiful. See how beautiful that is? Ta-da-ta-da. Okay. Hold on one second. I thought I heard my honey walk down the hall. I'll be right back, Levi. Okay, honey needed the keys to my car. I'm not sure why. Okay, we've done that one. We're simply going to add another one. Now, you can, to kind of keep your creases kind of straight, you can finagle and piddly this and do all that kind of stuff. I don't do that. Ain't nobody got time to do all that. And I'm just going to do the crack here the same way I did that while ago so I can see it, so I can get close enough to it. And I am simply going to use these envelopes to create the folds that I want. Not the folds that are there, but I'm going to use it to create the folds that I want. Now, you will also, with that, hold on, let's get it there so I can show you what I'm doing. Okay, see, I see that crack right there. So we're just going to lay it down just right there. Just right there, and that's fine and dandy with me. Now this, if you tried to fold it up using the creases, you have got a lopsided story. Okay, this is what all we're going to do. We're going to, this is my new one. Golly, even that hurts. Y'all, I'm just saying. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. This is on the flap. We're going to put that down. We're going to put this down. What we don't use of this, we will simply discard. Possibly use it somewhere else. Okay, now I want a front cover. So for now, this is going to be my front cover. I'm simply going to take this, irregardless of the creases that are there. You can make that work out. I don't study that. I'm just going to fold these. I do want it to be pretty even because I want my journal to stack out right. And what I mean by that is I want it to do exactly what I want it to do when I line it up back here. I want it to be even. That may not be even. We are going with it. Okay, let me see what it's basically going to imitate like a big M or big W or zigzag. When you look at it from the side, you know, you stand it up like that, it's going to be a zigzag. See? Zigzag. And you don't have to worry about the creases. Well, oh gosh, they're going to act goofy like that. No, because you're going to cover them. Okay? So, this is my first signature. Okay? I'm going to fold that back. This is how I do it. Okay? This is not how everybody does it. This is the way that I did it, and it came about as a, oh my gosh, what did just happen? Okay, so this is my first signature. This is my second signature. Okay, I have in the past done something like this and made a third signature. Okay, I don't want it to fit right up against anything that I've just done because it won't close. I mean, it just won't. So I'm going to make this a little bit short. And then I'm going to just kind of fold it right there. I'm going to fold it up in here. See, I need to have room right in there to see that. To see that. You see, that's going to act goofy, but it's okay because when you fold it all up, this is what you've got. Okay, so you've got signature 1, signature 2, signature 3, and fold it back, and then you have signature 4. Okay, now you can, and I used to extend this where that it would fold right, it would fold over, cover it completely, and then move in. Okay, and then fold in. But that's not the way I'm doing it right now. So that basically is the flip-flop journal. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to take a small envelope like this. Just a regular envelope. And I'm going to tuck it in right back here behind that one because I like that look. Okay, excuse them while for burping. It's not difficult to do. You just have to remember that you're going to need to fold them. They're not, the creases are not going to match unless you have, you know, engineer brain and that kind of thing. You can make that happen. I don't have that engineer brain, so I wing it. And winging it is what got the flip-flop journal. So I might put a little signature in right there and then have another one. I could put a little one there, right there, but I've got to be sure it's going to fold well so that it doesn't get so stuffy that it will not close. And then I've got another one right there. Okay, so that is how you would put together a flip-flop journal. What I've been doing since then is I've been using cardstock. I use cardstock and I go ahead and make my cover, you know, what I want to use, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take that out because I like that, and that's what I want my center, that's what I want my first signature to look like. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. It's about the same size. I'm probably going to, once I get it folded, I'm probably going to trim it off to be the same size. And then I may, just for giggles, come back in here and pop a little envelope either coming from here or coming from here. It doesn't matter either way. Let me show you. See, I can still come right in here and put another little envelope, and that gives us another little something there. I've done that. Just make it a little pocket, whatever you want to do. I may and I may not do that. Right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Right now, I just want to do my base. Okay, so I'm going to look at what I've got. This is what I've got. And notice they're good there to the edges. I'm good with that. So I'm simply going to take this and I'm going to stack it right in there just like that. Yep, I can use that as a tuck. I can do whatever I want to do with it. But what I'm going to do right now is that's going to extend and create my page. So I've extended and I've created that page. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, now I want to have this right up in here. This is a legal size file folder. I just want to come right in here, have myself another fold. We got one, we got the two. Okay, I may not have enough right here to add another, but let's look at it. I'm gonna go ahead and fold it so I can get a good crease on it. And that's not what I want. Hold on. Because I gotta look at it and be sure. Okay, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Then I've got this little bit left. It's just like, you know, when we used to, in class, we would act like we were going to faint and fall out. We'd act like we were going to faint and fall out, and we'd make us a little fan. You know, if we didn't have this little fan, we were not going to survive the 3rd grade history class. No, we were not. So we just folded our pieces of paper like that. Like this. And that. And that. That, so forth, and we had the zigzag. That's kind of what it's like. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that one. It may be nothing. So I've got one signature. I love it. I've got 2 signatures. I love it. Now, I really need a 3rd signature here. I used 4 signatures. So I need to see that I need to extend this. Where's the other one? So what are we going to use? We're going to use the other one. This next one. I'm going to go ahead and glue it in. It's going to be shorter. It's going to be okay. It'll all come out in the wash. Normally, like I said, these would be, I would be using all this right here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and glue that in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. Would it have been a great tuck? Yes, it would have been. And I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's see where we are. We got one. I have to keep doing this to reassure myself I'm on the correct path. So we've got 1, we've got 2. This is going to be, let's just say, this is going to be a pivotal point for us. I'm going to take what I've got left over here and create a space for a 3rd signature. I will do this one the original way. Okay, this is the original way I created the flip-flop journal. I mean, I'm just saying. If I remember correctly, I'm doing it correct. Could I possibly be out of whack? Well, yes. Okay. Okay. Let's take this and go 2 right there. I may not like what I've got. It may or may not work out the way I saw it in my brain. Okay, but the point is, I got plenty of things. If I wanted to cut it off anywhere to make whatever I want, I got what I need. Let's get a chopper in here. And let's chop some of this off. I am believing that I'm going to need to, it comes to right here, I'm going to cut it off right about there. Okay? I'm cutting that off right about there. You could, it's like an accordion. It's just, the difference in it being an accordion and flip-flops the way you fold it. That's it. Okay, so now I'm going to, where's my other chopper? I really need it. I may not be able to do this. Let me see if I can get my Amy Holloman over here. Remember, I'm moving slow, so y'all bear with me. I have avalanches all around me. I really do need to get Brittany or hire somebody to come help me clean this place up. My 507. I'm going to kind of level these out, these edges over here. Just like that. I just throw my stuff over my shoulder. Okay. Let me be sure that goes back down in there. I'm going to level it up right up here. And we are good to go. Okay, now let's get all these choppers out of the way. Cover this glue and see what we've got. Oh, I'm in love. Here's 1, 2, okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm not going to need this one. I'm not going to need that, so I'm going to take it off, but I'm going to give myself yeah, I think this is right. If not, we can add it back on. It don't matter. But I'm going to fold this over, and I'm going to make sure this gives me some room. And I'm going to fold that over. And then, no, I didn't do it right. I didn't do it correctly because I don't have enough room to play. So, let's back up and punt. Okay, so I've got 1, I've got 2. Let's make the third one go here. Let's cut that off. See, that may end up cutting every bit of it off. Whatever I want to do. I'll just fold that over. Just fold that in. There's less to deal with. And then I got a flip-flop journal. Okay, so I've got 1. I've got 2 right here. I've got the third one right here. See how it covers it up completely. It's like a total, a space that you can just use to create whatever you want that you might not want anybody to see. Close it off, roll it up. There you go. There you go. So it's a matter of folding. This is what it looks like when you start. That's what it looks like when you start. So let's look at that. That's 1, 2, 3 points. Okay. So I simply folded this. Okay. Simply folded that in. I'm not going to make this super thick. If I were making it super thick, this would kind of be difficult to tuck all of this in. Okay. If I wanted to, I could take this flap out and just use this one. But that's not what I want to do. I want to have the secret flap in there. That's what makes mine different. And it's simply preference. That's all it is preference. Okay, so now let's get the Amy Holloman chopper out of here. Thank you, Amy. I love you too. I love you big. Okay, now the way that I stack I like for my things to be even. like I said, let me get this pile of stuff out the way. I may come in right here and say, oh, fiddle-dee-dee. I don't really want to see that part. Let me just get excited and let's do something like this. And I might come in here and make it small, you know, make it something shorter, like that. May do that. I'm not sure, but I like that. So let's look at that. I'm going to think on that. That would be a really, really, really pretty thing to do. Let me get a sip of coffee. Latte, excusez-moi. Let me give y'all a hint about your latte. It will stay warm if you if you actually turn on your coffee cup warmer. Yes, it will stay warm. Okay, for right now, I'm going to go with what I've got right here. Okay, I've got a first signature. I'm just going to put it right there. If you've been with me any length of time at all, you know I don't like for my journal to fit inside. I don't like for my pages to fit inside the confines of my base. I never have like that. From the beginning, I like to see a whole bunch of stuff sticking up. That's right, sticking out. It can stick out over here, and it can stick out over here. But this cannot be sticking out and carrying on and acting a fool, okay? We will go over that in a minute when we get that far. And then again, I may come and lop that off totally and completely. But this is going to be my first signature. I may change it. I may add different pages in than the ones. I love this right here. That's the spine. I mean, that's where I just think it's delicious. So I'm using that because I think it is just stunning. Okay, and then that is, ta-da, first signature. Now we need to go to the second signature. Oh, I was about to say, where is my journal? Okay, let's look and see what I want to. I will cover this with something. I'll do that later because I'm not going to be bothered with it right now. Let me see if what I've got in here is what I want to keep in here. It may and it may not be. Now I'm going to say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to say I'm going to use six pages. I may take some away. I may add some too. So let's look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm not sure that's where I want that to end, but for now, we're going to pretend. So we're going to, this is going in signature 2. Okay? We got it going on. Now we got this signature right here. Okay. When I get to that signature right there, I have to, let me do that there. I have to be sure that whatever I use, I can cut it off right in here. Because if I don't, if I were to put, let me just pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This may be absolutely perfect. See, okay, there's one page I need to cut because it puts me too close to the fold line. And then my signature will act a fool in getting, so let's take a little bit of this page. Oh, it's just that part right there. We can do that. Let's see. Y'all, I've lost Rainbow. Even Queenie has deserted me. We're going to do this. Come on, Dot. It's up to you. This is Dot. And Pinky's over there, too. She's nothing. I mean, this is not any kind of magic ruler, except, well, she managed to me. I love my rulers. Thus the naming of my rulers. But this was gifted to me, laugh out loud, this was gifted to me by my darling friend. I just forgot your name, like I don't even know your name. Oh my gosh, Sean Shoemaker. I can't believe I just forgot your name. Sorry. Now that'll fold up. And then I got, okay, we're doing good. So we're just going to pretend that I'm in love with that one, that signature. I may, and I may not be, actually in love with that signature. Let's take that one out though, because now I need a signature right here. And I will have to finagle some of these pages a little bit. I'm okay with that. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that not gorgeous? Wow. That is 1809 right there. Yes, yes it is, folks. 1809 right there in the flip-flop journal. Let's see how many pages I had left. Oh, I've got some pages left. And so you know what I'm going to do, because I don't have very many pages left, but I like the pages that I do have left. I'm going to decide on the very ones I definitely want to keep. I may not keep many of them. I'm basing this on color. I want these in there, definitely. We may take these out. I definitely want any of the neutrals that I want to put in here. I want to be able to, oh, I love that. That is perfect already. Okay, y'all see what we got? We got a flip-flop journal. We just put one together right here. So I might like that right there. I don't think so. But let's see. I could do that because I do like that. And I may move it later. I may decide I don't want it there before I, as I get going. That kind of thing. It may not be feminine enough for me. It may not be what I want to see. I don't know. But for right now, we're going to leave it. So that signature's done. Let's see. I typically like something short, like at the very front of right here. Let's see if I've got anything that is short or that I want to make it be short. That might have some different colors for me. If y'all could see this over here, you would know that I could spend 2 weeks over here in this 507 figuring my way back out of it. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see what this is going to do. Is that going to fit? Is that going to do anything for me? Why, yes, it surely could. So let's see. I like the way that falls, but it may or may not stay. This is what I love about the way that I do the, might I like that better? Why, yes. I'm going to leave that, but I am going to put that one right there because now I'm in love with that. I don't like that, but this I love. I'm perfectly fine with that right there. This is what I like about the way that I do my flip-flop journals, is that this is like its own little journal over here. It's like it's all by itself right here, and it holds the dearest of your treasures right here. That's what I love about the way I do my flip-flop journal. Okay, so let's see, that one's perfectly fine, Let's see what I want to do here. I may not want to see that brightness. I love the colors on the other side, but I may not want to see that brightness. I'm probably going to cover that up. So I've got some pieces in here that we need to be sure that we got a flip-flop, y'all. We got us a flip-flop. It's so cool to me that when you put that fourth signature in there, bam, you're done. And it's just automatically its own thing. It's all its little world is right in here, this flip-flop journal. So that is what we've got, my darling girls, for our flip-flop, the start of our flip-flop journal. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to cover these right here, this folder. Well, I've got plenty of papers over here that have they're gorgeousness, but they don't have a background on the back. So I will use these in covering up everything I wanted to cover up. So, not all the cuties, patooties right there, but let me put them back in their drawer that they go in. I have a drawer called Faces for all the adorable, beautiful little faces. So that is what we've got so far. We've got the beginnings of our flip-flop journal. Now, I may or may not do all of this on camera, but I feel like I really should. So I'm probably going to stop here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do another video for next week. This is Friday. This is Happy Friday and the beginning of this beautiful flip-flop journal. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll finish here for today, and then I'll get busy on the rest of it in the next video. And we will work this flip-flop journal for the main channel. We'll work this until we get it done. So I'm going to gather up papers and play, but I'm going to wish you a wonderful weekend. Be sure, if you haven't subscribed, be sure that you do. I would love that. I'd love for you to come and spend days of the week with me. I don't know which day I'm on. I normally have a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday schedule. Since I had been sick, and then now I have had this fall, I'm making a video when I can. So that's the only way I can do this. So just set your notification bell so that you'll know whenever it is that I upload a new video. Y'all set your notification bell so you will know when that is, and come join me in the fun, because this is going to be a stunner. Isn't it beautiful already? It's beautiful. See that sticking out? I don't care. That's sticking out? I don't care. But I like for my base to fit, perfectly, and then all this other stuff to be imperfect. That's what I love about journal making. Okay, y'all have a wonderful weekend. I pray wherever you are that you are happy, that you know you're loved, and that you feel very, very safe. And with that, I'm going to go. Love y'all. Bye. Thank y'all so much for being here, keeping me in your prayers and your thoughts. I am going to tell you, I couldn't be doing this without y'all. Okay, I love y'all. Bye.